And what impresses me the most is he's averaging 11 rebounds. Luka is not athletic, guys. He can't jump a lick. He barely can jump. And he's out there averaging 11 rebounds. I mean, he can do everything on the basketball court.
The Luka Doncic hype is unreal right now. It's just his second season in the league and he's already taken the NBA by storm. He's just barely behind LeBron in All-Star votes and he's already asserted himself into the MVP conversation. One of the biggest reasons behind this craze is his balanced game. Luka Doncic has made a name for himself as an amazing scorer, passer, and rebounder. I can make an entire series on his scoring prowess and his insane innate court vision, but I'm going to focus on his rebounding for today's video. At just 6 foot 7 inches, Luka Doncic is currently the 16th best rebounder in the NBA in terms of rebounds per game. Even as a primary ball handler, he's averaging nearly double-digit rebounds on the season and way more rebounds than most centers. As a result, he's received a lot of praise from NBA analysts for his rebounding skill. Is he deserving of this praise though? No. According to the NBA Advanced Stats site, Luka Doncic is averaging 0.3 box outs per game. If you can't do the math, that's way less than 1 per game. His teammates, such as Maxi Kleber, Kristaps Porzingis, and Dwight Powell, are all boxing out more than Luka by a significant margin, yet none of them are actually out-rebounding Luka. In case you can't see the pattern here, Dallas's bigs are doing the dirty work of boxing out, while Luka just grabs the boards. This isn't necessarily a bad thing, and it's probably a stylistic choice for Dallas for transition offense. But it goes to show that not every rebound is grabbed equally, despite them all counting for the same value in the box score. To add on to this point, out of all the players in the NBA who average more than 8 rebounds, Luka Doncic has the lowest contested rebound rate at just 25.3%. This means that 74.7% of Luka's nearly 10 rebounds per game are rebounded when there is no opposing player within 3.5 feet of Luka. For context, out of the same group of players, only one other player has a contested rebound rate under 30%, which is Pascal Siakam. The rest have contested rebound rates anywhere from 30% up to over 50%. The next closest player to Luka who actually has a lower contested rebound rate is Russell Westbrook, at 25.1%. Westbrook, as you probably know, has caught a lot of flack for uncontested rebounding, yet Luka's same habit has gone relatively unnoticed. The main point I'm trying to get across here is that Luka is not as good at rebounding as his 9+ boards per game makes him out to be. In fact, when Luka Doncic is on the court, the Mavericks only grab 1.4% more of available rebounds. Even though Doncic's rebounding numbers make him seem like he has a profound impact on the boards, he really doesn't. Okay, enough stats. Let's look at some film. The main flaw I see with Luka Doncic's rebounding is that he's not very active when the ball is coming off the rim. Oftentimes, this is either because of a lack of physicality or a lack of awareness. In this first clip, you can see Luka Doncic in the weak side corner. On the missed shot, he notices Kurucs in the corner, but he doesn't seem to give much effort in actually ensuring that Kurucs doesn't get the offensive rebound. Luka's careless in going up for the board, and he allows the Nets to get another possession. Literally a minute later in the game, Luka allows the same exact play to happen to him again. Luka again checks to see where the offensive rebound threat is, but like last time, he makes no effort to put a body on him. Here's another example. Not only does Luka not put a body on his man, but he also doesn't even look back at his man this time. Here's Luka again allowing his man to run in from behind the arc and grab a rebound untouched. Watch here how Luka watches the shot go up, but makes no effort to box out the crashing Nerlens Noel. Here's another example of Luka watching the missed shot instead of being conscious of opposing players. Luka's biggest downfalls in rebounding are all mental. He lacks the hustle effort of a good rebounding guard such as Patrick Beverley. He lacks acute awareness of opposing rebounding threats, allowing his assignments to sneak past him for rebounds. And he lacks the drive and motor to be physical and box out on the glass. It's obviously more important for a big man to have these skills than a guard, But because the Mavericks like to keep Luka Doncic back for rebounds so much, rather than having him leak out in transition, I think these flaws in his game are very relevant and they must be addressed. Since I showed all the rebounds that Luka doesn't consistently grab, you may be wondering what are the rebounds that Luka actually does grab. Because after all, he still grabs 10 rebounds a game. Well, here's a compilation of every rebound from Luka's historic 18 rebound game. Luka had a few impressive boards on the night, but for the most part, nearly all his rebounds were uncontested. Nothing wrong with that, because someone has to grab these rebounds. But I think that begs the question, are rebounds even a useful stat in an individual context? In the box score, nothing differentiates a contested rebound versus an uncontested rebound. If Luka Doncic and Wendell Carter Jr. both average 10 rebounds a night, sure, they might appear to have the same rebounding ability. But if only 2 of Luka's rebounds are contested, and 5 of Carter Jr.'s rebounds are contested, are they really equally as good at rebounding? I think there's a pretty strong case to be made that rebounds are one of the most misleading stats in basketball. And that's not because of what the stat itself captures, it's because of the pedestal that nearly all NBA fans have placed rebounds on. People have just grown to love rebounds. That's why they appear on every box score or stat line alongside points and assists. Because people love rebounds so much, they are trained to believe that averaging more rebounds means a higher rebounding skill. This is the fallacy that has caused rebounds to be so misleading as a stat. So what's the takeaway from all of this? I think this Twitter conversation sparked by Rashad Phillips and Ben Taylor summarizes this nicely. As a basketball community, let's try not to be so quick to jump to conclusions about certain stats, especially without supplementing them with correct context or the eye test.